Hey, Derek, with the way this ended, with Phil going out, with nobody knowing who the next coach is, what system they're going to run, the possible, do you ever think about just walking away? I mean, we've been asking you how old you are for a long time.
No. No. Yeah, that's not even a thought. Yeah, it's just not. I mean, um, I don't really wake up and think about, my age or not playing again, or I don't view that as a possibility right now. I'm aware of, the realities of this team, and as far as the coaching change and, whatever personnel decisions are made as far as Mitch and ownership and management. But no, this is too fun to just walk away from. As disappointing as this finish is, there's just too many great things to experience. And being being an NBA basketball player. It's a great opportunity, and one that I want to continue to enjoy.
You sound like the way this ended makes you more likely to come back and want to do it again.
Yeah, no, there's not a question about whether I'm coming back or not. Yeah, I mean, you guys like to ask that question, but I'm gonna keep giving you the same answer until I'm done. There isn't anything tangible that I measure my success by that tells me that today is the day I'm not supposed to be playing basketball. It's just not even close to that. Every bit of me is excited and looking forward to the future. Great things are born out of defeat and adversity and struggle, and like I said, for me individually, and I think for a lot of our guys, after the pain somewhat starts to wear off, that's how we're going to start to look at this thing as an opportunity to come back and be better and stronger than we ever were.
Derek, how strongly do you feel Brian should be chosen as full successor right now?
I mean, I support, Brian 100%. It's not my decision to make. I guess if I'm asked for my opinion, I'd say that I was, comfortable and confident in his ability to help us win. Brian's a winner. He's played as a winner. He's coached as a winner. And I think that's what, he'd bring to the table. But those are more difficult decisions than what I get paid to consider.
Would you consider
Those are for Mitch and Dr. Buss. I'm not in that one, but I'm definitely hopeful that Brian will get the opportunity, even for whatever reason, if it's not here, that he'll get the opportunity to show people what he's capable of doing on the sidelines.
So speaking of coaches, you spent the majority of the last several years with Bill Jackson, almost more than anybody else in your life. How do you reflect on your time with him and what it's taught you, and just growing off the court specifically?
In a very, very short version, just that basketball is only a metaphor for life, and that as bad as this hurts, and as much as we like to talk about the game and the stories and the articles and all the attention that goes to NBA basketball and to the Lakers, at the end of the day, this is a very, very, very small part of real life. And I think that's what I'll take from my relationship with him more than anything is keeping those things in perspective and being able to emotionally balance, the things that come with this job, but realizing that it is a job, and that at the end of the day, it's the health and safety and security of your loved ones and your friends and the people that you care about that really mean the most. The money, the contracts, the championships, all that stuff, as much as it's talked about, it'll eventually run out, get dusty, rusty, dry up, go away. But the memories that you have with, you know, close friends and family and teammates, and those don't ever go away. So those would be the things I remember the most.
Derek, you
What
were
was it
like,
like there to, as a teammate, to watch how struggle the way he did through the
Great question. Yes. You know, I feel like we, you know, I don't read as much and listen to as much of, no disrespect to any of you guys, you know, as much of the news and the articles and the blogs and the radio and all those things. So I don't think I or we as a team fully understood the things that were being said about what people thought was going on with Powell. And so, you know, if anything I regret the fact that, you know, I wasn't able to fully understand it and appreciate it and speak up sooner on his behalf. To say that I think it was ridiculously wrong to, you know, assume some of the things that were being assumed and place the burden of how successful we were or were not on his shoulders. That just wasn't the case. You know, to try and it's you know, sometimes it's comical the idea of how statistics, you know, determine whether a guy is really doing his job or not. And I think it was quite unfair for Powell's statistical output compared to last year or some other time, you know, be stacked up to this year and now, and then say that somehow we didn't win because he didn't play well statistically. But if you asked, you know, the other teams that we played against this year, he was there. And he was still Pau Gasol. You know, he, like all of us, you know, just as a team, weren't able to operate as efficiently, you know, and at max level the way we've been accustomed to. But, you know, I just wish we could have done something to, you know, make it better. You know, not because we felt like he was struggling and he was causing us problems, just that, you know, that we could have done something so that all of that could have just shut up. You know, had we just kept winning, there wouldn't have been much for people to say. Because you could, I mean, I don't know what Jason Kidd ended up shooting for the series, but nobody's talking about that because his team won 4 games. So statistics don't always tell you what's going on out there. And I just think that, you know, Powell got way too much heat for statistically what he was or wasn't doing, and that I just wish as a team we could have done more around him, you know, so that burden wouldn't have just been all on his shoulders the way it was.